July 7th. Corey is fungiciding the corn that's tasseled. You should be able to see some tasseled corn right there. We switched from Approach Prima, at least most of it, that's got 3 weeks of coverage, to Veltima, which allegedly has 6 weeks of coverage, which is allows us to put it on a little earlier. It gives a little bigger application window since we're doing it with a ground rig. And we tested it last year. Actually saw a pretty good yield bunch between the two on some soybeans. So we're using it. So those guys are doing that. I'm scouting for them to see where they need to go where. And I'm also keeping some irrigations running in Illinois. We got 4 of them. One of those spots that he's 2 rigs, he's 1 well. So we gotta take back and forth because there's only enough water for the 1 well. Well, one got done, so I'm gonna go turn on the other. And we got another one where we pump out of the river that I'm gonna check, make sure it's still running. And then I'm gonna head up to Robson where we pump out of the ditch, which you can see in episode 6, planting Crawford County, I believe it is. We gotta take turns with 3 rigs there, so I'm gonna switch that from one to the other. David's over in Indiana where we got, I don't know what we got, like 20 over there maybe. He's taking care of all those. We're gonna be doing a lot more liquid nitrogen and doing stuff with the planter. So we're upgrading our fill-up spot here. Poured some pad of concrete. Those are the 3 tanks that we had. We got 2 more coming here, 1 more in Indiana. So still work in process. We're working on waiting on the tanks to come in. Been a while since I recorded. There's a lot going on. We got a new planter coming. It's got conceal on it where we'll be able to put the nitrogen 3 inches away from the seed when we plant, so we don't, hopefully don't have that awkward little growth stage. Plus we're going to be doing a lot of strip till this fall, hopefully next spring. So trying to get better. Hopefully this works. We'll find out. We made it to our first spot. We'd like to have a big system here. It's a 160 some acre field with another 60 acre attaches to cover both of them, but there's just not enough water here. Some spots you got a lot of water for irrigation, some that you don't. So we got to run 2 little systems, both cover about 40 acres off this 1 well and just take turns. North one's done. Now we're going to kick on the south one. Open the water valves. We do have some to do this electronically, but which is nice. There's not a whole lot to go wrong there with just some handles that switch around. There's the south one. This is the one we want to run. Sure there's power to it. These are rinkies here. We got everything. We'll see just today. We're going to a rinky first, then a valley, and then a Zematic. And we also have a whole lot of TLs. There we go. Simple as that. Wait for it to pressure up, see it sink, and there it goes, the end gun. Alright, it's on. I'll do the rest of it from my phone. Speed, direction, when it's going to shut off, and all that stuff. About to pop over the hill, see if it's working. You never know. Did it run all night or not? don't think so. I don't think it's running. We got problems. We'll see what they are. Well, I was hoping that there's just a glitch why the irrigation was shut off, but it's pretty obvious. It's stuck. See, a lot of this field needs water. Of course, that's what we're giving it, but there's a ditch that runs through here. We've tiled and tiled it and tiled it. We got so many lines run through here, but there's a massive hill in this direction, and that all seeps off and comes here. So we will pull her out and fill that thing up with rock so it don't get stuck on the way back through. Yeah, see that top of that tire, it's almost knee high, not quite, mid shin. It should be this tall, which is waist high, so she sunk down pretty good. Go get the skid steer, go get Eli or River, whichever one of them's at the farm available, to work the buttons in the middle while I do the skid steer stuff. Well, I got it up. You got Eli in the middle running the buttons. I got the skid steer on here, taking the weight off of it so it can climb out of the hole. We're now going to see if it's going to take off on its own. Sorry, no action shots. I didn't have the magnet on the GoPro, and as you can see, my hands were a little muddy. Anyways, well, you'll be here to see if it takes off or not. About to call Eli. Press the buttons at the middle, see if it takes off on its own. I'm here to get a little pushy push if it don't. Gentle, of course. So I'm gonna call him, we'll see if it goes. All right, give her a try. Okay, hold the safety thing with it. It's probably just out of line. Hopefully this thing moves on its own. There she goes. Go ahead, keep holding it for a little bit. All right, now try to let go in the safety thing, see if it'll work. Probably just so out of kilter. Alright, let go of that safety thing, see what happens. Alright, go ahead and shut her off. I'm gonna fix this hole before we turn the water on. You can do whatever you want. You can walk out here and look at it or whatever. Just go ahead and stop the irrigation. I'll fill this hole on, then we'll kick her on with the water so it's not muddy to get out here. Alright. Apologize for no action shots. Don't have the one with the magnet, but finished project. Should go back through there just fine when it heads back. Doing a 1/2 inch this way, only makes half a turn, then comes back a 1/2 inch that way, so it covers. Corn don't go as long without rain, and it still gets a plenty. But it would get stuck, be extremely disappointed, and it'll be a lot harder because this way was dry on the way in. It won't be dry on the way in next time. right, hop in with this beautiful human being here and see if we can get this fired up. Eli at the middle, ready to start it once I gave him the word. This rig is one that we suck out of the river on, so always go down here, make sure there's not a bunch of debris and it's not on the bank before we start it, because if that's the case, we're gonna have us some problems. That's out there pretty good. It'll probably be fine, because that water will shove it out, and I'll make any adjustments as needed. Start it. There's it. Looking good. It's making its way out there. Might give her a little push with my pushing pole here. Air push with my rod. Now she's out there good. We don't want the high sear on the bank. Suck air. I'll blow up the motor. We've had that happen before. And don't want a bunch of debris coming through it, because we don't want plugging up the nozzles up on the irrigation. That's one of the disadvantages of sucking out of the river, but when you can't get enough water out of a well, it's your only choice. Fixed for now. She's running. Don't judge the field off this spot. Extremely dry, water barely reaches it, and packed down from semis. Up in Robinson now. That one got done this morning, so then we turned this one on. It's a Zematic, working good.